Abercrombie & Fitch is on the hot seat this morning. The popular style chain accused of discriminating against overweight customers making clothes only for the thin. Rebecca Jarvis here with the story.
Yes, and this is a company that is making almost $5 billion a year in sales, but they're doing it by deliberately leaving out a significant part of the population. And the CEO says it's all by design. At your nearest Abercrombie & Fitch, you can find shirtless salesmen and the latest distressed denim. But if you're looking for a women's extra-large blouse, you're out of luck. The trendy retailer's CEO doesn't want your business.
You know what I say to that? Oh, Fitch, please.
Abercrombie & Fitch began in the 19th century and has continued to survive today. It began with David T. Abercrombie and Ezra Fitch in 1892 as an upscale sporting goods store. In 1992, Michael S. Jeffries took over as the executive of the company and focused on the brand with an American teen market fashion apparel focus. In 2013, their U.S. sales fell 17% in the first quarter of the year. Before this, in 2006, Jeffries' remarks about the market mentions how he originally represented the brand for people as cool and skinny.
Jeffries was quoted saying, "We go after the cool kids. We go after the attractive all-American kid with a great attitude and a lot of friends. A lot of people don't belong in our clothes, and they can't belong. Are we exclusionary? Absolutely." He also explained the reason behind the brand's hiring practices. "That's why we hire good-looking people in our stores, because good-looking people attract other good-looking people, and we want to market to cool, good-looking people. We don't market to anyone other than that." Obviously, these comments led to an overwhelming amount of backlash and criticism, not just because of the absurdity, but also because of the fact that Jeffries isn't exactly Abercrombie's target customer either. 2013 was also the year that Abercrombie was officially deemed no longer cool. Abercrombie was then investigated by France's official human rights watchdogs over suspected discriminatory hiring practices. The watchdogs believed that the brand was only hiring good-looking people and models, a requirement that clearly shouldn't be included in employment policies. So while it's unknown exactly why Jeffries is stepping down, it's hard not to believe a massive amount of screw-ups on his part are at the core of this. That's all for now, but for the rest of your style stories, stay tuned to Complex News.
He also was in charge of merchandise that included graphics such as, "I had a nightmare I was a brunette," "Blondes are adored, brunettes are ignored," "Do I make you look fat?" and other offensive remarks. This was a social issue for the company because riots began by social activists and teens that were consumers of the company. They were furious about the executive's focus of the company and how the fashion brand refused to stock larger sizes of merchandise.
From YouTube videos
Don't fat people spend money as well?
to boycotts,
Not only will I not let my kids shop at Abercrombie again, I will not let them wear what they already have in their closets.
even this Jimmy Kimmel sketch.
Abercrombie CEO says that he does not make clothes for fat people, but that doesn't mean that fat people can't wear Abercrombie & Fitch clothes. I feel fantastic, and I'm going to wear this shirt everywhere.
The public outcry still escalating a month after we first reported the retailer doesn't carry women's sizes above a large, and the CEO only wants cool kids in his clothes. Once telling Salon magazine, "A lot of people don't belong in our clothes, and they can't belong. Are we exclusionary? Absolutely." The company finally responding last week to protesters, meeting with the organizers of this Chicago rally.
These kids are serious. They have had enough.
I'm cautiously optimistic, but I think that if we continue an open dialogue with Abercrombie & Fitch, we can really make some real change in their business and in businesses across the world.
Abercrombie issuing this statement. "We look forward to continuing this dialogue and taking concrete steps to demonstrate our commitment to anti-bullying and support of diversity and inclusion." The company also apologized for past comments.
I honestly believe that we will hear from them and that there will be a next step. I'll be highly disappointed if there isn't.
And if there isn't, we'll take action. Not against them, but if nothing changes and if another comment comes out from Mike Jeffries similar to the one he made before, that's not okay.
But for some, like blogger Jess Baker, creator of this faux Abercrombie campaign, it's too little too late. Your apology doesn't change this, she writes.
I know something's going to happen because we made it very clear to Abercrombie we won't stop until it does.
And sources at Abercrombie tell me the company expects to make an announcement next week with more details on how they'll support anti-bullying. But this PR nightmare is just the tip of the iceberg for Abercrombie's problems. The trendy retailer announced Friday that its U.S. sales fell 17% in the first quarter. And those are declines that actually started before the controversy erupted. Money, that dollar sign, is what drives decisions. And if they see an impact, it will change things there.
And consumers have a voice.
Yeah.
They really have a
Vote
voice.
with your dollars.
That's right.
Shortly after, Jeffrey stepped down from the company because of his views of the brand and his poor choices throughout his journey as a leader of the company. In 2014, Arthur Martinez became CEO of Abercrombie & Fitch and recently stated, "As we look ahead to 2016, it is likely to remain a challenging environment, but we believe we are on the right track. We will continue to focus on delivering a customer-centric shopping experience and compelling assortments based on clearly defined brand positions." Abercrombie & Fitch has changed their brand appearance overall within the past few years. The styles are described to be sharp and classic, unlike the old focus of appearing to be like a preppy school kid with tight clothes. The current advertisements also focus on fully dressed models and maintaining a wide range of sizes in stock. The quality of the clothing was also enhanced. The vice president of men's design at Abercrombie & Fitch states, "We are looking at all fabrics that go into our woven shirts, outerwear, and trousers. We are focusing on the raw materials that go into our knits and sweaters. When we spend as much time as we are on this product and caring about it as much as we do, the product will naturally elevate." After listening to their customers, they realized that they needed to focus on these strategies to have an impact in the fashion industry. Key stakeholders would be interested in this case because of how the company has had history with success. Abercrombie & Fitch has been able to redeem itself from these issues with corporate leadership and social issues from consumers. The turn in leadership has been able to set Abercrombie & Fitch with a new message that can target new customers that are interested in quality and diversity. The new brand message for the company still has work to do for the upcoming years for a road to success.